So the UK shut down most of its coal plants due to global warming because fossil fuels are bad and cause global temperature increases. But because there's a polar vortex coming, marked by severe cold temperatures, we won't have enough energy to get through the freezing winter because global warming caused us to shut down the coal plants. What? If you're trying to figure that one out, don't bother, because it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Being dependent on expensive foreign imports of natural gas simply to heat our own buildings, because renewable energy is completely useless and can't meet the demand. We get a few weeks of the wind not blowing and we're forced into an energy crisis. Wonderful! We're trying to power a nation on glorified windmills and subpar solar panels, while China burns half the world's coal. China is tripling its capacity to make fuel out of coal, while we're freezing our bollocks off. And who do the environmentalists, Greta Thunberg, Extinction Rebellion, insulate Britain? Who do they blame? Where do they say the problem lies? With us. Zero carbon policies are hurtling us towards 3-day weeks and pensioners dropping dead like flies with hypothermia, while China emits more CO2 than the United States and every single European country combined. And yet we're still to blame.
Blah blah blah, blah blah blah.
But electric cars are here to save the day. Problem being, they shut down all the coal plants to stop man, bear, pig, and now our country can no longer generate enough electricity to meet the demand. Under a new law set to be brought in next year, your home EV charger will be switched off during peak hours to avoid blackouts. The proposed law stipulates that electric car chargers installed at home or at the workplace may not function for up to 9 hours a day, to avoid overloading the national electricity grid. In addition to the 9 hours a day of downtime, authorities will be able to impose a randomised delay of 30 minutes on individual chargers in certain areas to prevent grid spikes at other times. In other words, the government will ration your energy use, deciding when and how far you can drive. Doesn't matter, I hear you say. I drive a petrol car. Not from 2030 you don't, because to save the planet, the government is banning them. So no electricity for the electric cars, and no petrol for the petrol cars. Guess you'll be staying at home. Kind of like being under lockdown. And to top it all off, we're still being lectured by this eco-mentalist that we're not doing enough. An unelected activist who holds more power in Downing Street than the Prime Minister she's politically cuckolded. Meanwhile, CNN has created a creepy new phrase, before times, to normalise the sight of empty grocery shelves. Can you see where this is all heading? This is some proper third world shit. Welcome to the Great Reset. Government approved travel hours, carbon rationing limits, food shortages, climate lockdowns, rolling blackouts. Sounds like a barrel of laughs. Also sounds like a technocrat control freak's wet dream. To get exclusive content, early access, behind the scenes stuff, and to personally interact with me, please sign up for my community at pauljosephwatson.locals.com. Link in description, and thank you for your generous support.